Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to solve problem number 1396, design underground system. First, we'll see the explanation of the problem statement, then the logic and the code. Now let's dive into the solution. So in this problem, we need to implement three functions: check in, check out, and get average time. So we need to calculate the average time between two stations. So that is the goal of this problem, right? So as an input, we are given the customer ID and the station name and the check-in or check-out time of a customer, right? So initially, I will be initializing two dictionaries. One is for travel and one is for check-in. So initially, I will be calling the check-in function. So I will use this input to call the check-in function, right? So as soon as I call the check-in function, I will be storing the customer ID as key and the station name and time as one pair as a value, right? So I will store this one in the check-in dictionary that I have created at the start. So next I will call the next check-in function where I will use this input to store that in the check-in dictionary, right? So 32 will be the key, that is the customer ID, and the paradise is the station name and the time. I will be storing this one as a pair, which will be the value for this particular ID, right? Then next, I will be calling the checkout function, right? I will use this input, the next input. So the customer ID 45 checks out in the Waterloo station at time 15, right? So using the customer ID 45, I will get the customer's starting station and the check-in time, right? That is the Leighton and 3, right? So that will be the starting station and 3 is the starting check-in time, right? Then I will calculate the traveling time between these two destinations. That is the between Waterloo and Leighton. So it is 15. The current time is 15 and we need to subtract 3 where we are going to get 12, right? So now I need to check whether the station pair Leighton and Waterloo is available in the travel dictionary or not, which means whether I have seen this pair previously or not. If this pair doesn't exist, we will store this pair and the travel time with the number of times it has been occurred, right? So in the travel dictionary, we will store this pair as key, the Leighton and Waterloo, right? This is my key. Then I will store the value as the travel time and the number of time this pair occurred, right? We are counting the pairs. So the travel time is 12. So we are seeing this particular pair for the first time. So we are just initializing it as 1, right? So what if this pair already exists? We will get this particular value, the total time. Then we will be adding the travel time that we got to this particular value. Then we will increase this one by 1. We are just seeing for the second time, right? We will be increasing it by 1 and we will just store it as in the travel dictionary, right? So in this case, we are seeing it for the first time. So we don't have to do that. We are just keeping it as 12 and 1. Next, we are going to call the get average time function. So the get average time function will take two inputs. Both inputs will be strings, right? The arguments will be strings here. That is the starting station and the ending station. So these will be my input. So now I need to check whether this pair exists in the travel dictionary or not. Yes, there is a pair, right? So using this pair, we will get this 12 and 1, right? So 12 is nothing but the total travel time and 1 is the count, the number of times this particular pair occurred. So to calculate the average, we need to divide 12 by 1. That is the travel time, the total travel time divided by the number of times it has been occurred. That is 1. We are just going to get 12, right? So that's all the logic is. And we have seen all the three functions. So now we will see the code. So before we code, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please like and subscribe. This will motivate me to upload more videos in future. Now also check out my previous videos and keep supporting, guys. So in the initialization function, I'm just initializing two dictionaries, that is travel times and self check-ins, right? Then in the check-in function, I'm storing the ID as my key in the check-ins dictionary, and I'm storing the pair of station name and the current time t, right? This will be the value for my ID. Then in the checkout function, I'm getting the starting station and the starting check-in time using the ID given, right? I will be using the ID to get the starting and check-in time from the check-ins dictionary. Then I will create a pair of starting station and the ending station as travel. Then I will calculate the travel time using the current time t, subtracting the check-in time, right? So if that particular pair is already exist in the travel times dictionary, I will be getting the total time and the count from the travel times dictionary, and I will add total time and travel time, and I will increase the count by 1, and I will just store the same pair in the travel times dictionary, right? Else, if I'm seeing it for the first time, I will just directly store the travel time and I will be storing it as 1 as my count, right? In the get average time function, we need to pair the starting station and the ending station as travel, and then using that pair we need to get the total time and count from the travel times dictionary. Then we will be calculating the average by calculating using the total time, and we need to divide that by count, right? That's all the code is. Now we will run the code. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe. This will motivate me to upload more videos in future, and also check out my previous videos. Keep supporting. Happy learning. Cheers guys.